Hey, what's going on guys? It's Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are covering all the juicy information that came from Game Informers and their article that they did at Treyarch and talking to David Vonderhaar about all the information that has to do with the Blackout Beta that's going to be coming. Blackout Beta is in about 6 days now. It is coming close now, and we're getting a lot more information about what to look forward to. There's an article about 80 players and possibly more later in the future, but 80 players so far has been confirmed for the Blackout Beta. We have information about the different characters and how to unlock them. We have information about different maps that are going to be in this Battle Royale map, this humongous map, and all these different types of maps from the Blackout series that are going to be put into this Battle Royale map, and a lot of really good information. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to go ahead and cover over some of the information that was posted from the Game Informer article, so let's get on into it. So first off, let's talk about how many characters are actually in the Blackout mode right now. So right now, Game Informer was revealed that there's about 20 characters that are actually in the Blackout mode. That is including all the Blackout 4 specialists from the multiplayer, as well as different classic characters from the Black Ops series, including Frank Woods, Victor Reznov, Raul Mendez, and Alex Mason. And I'm assuming there's going to be much more. I know there's so many characters from the Black Ops series that I just can't imagine how many different characters you're going to be able to add into this game. And I do wonder too if they're going to be adding, you know, maybe the entire Call of Duty series. That'd be really cool to see how many things they can actually add into this thing of all the different characters throughout all the games that you could actually look and kind of equip their skin, and just really, I just think it'd be really cool to see so many different things in here. And they talk about how they're going to add more over the months and the weeks and months that this game is out. They really look forward to expanding upon this game and the characters that you can play in it. Now, they were talking about how do you actually unlock these different characters. So they were given an example of Battery. What you would do is you would find her war machine in the Blackout mode. You would get kills with it. You would try to finish among a certain, top 15, top 5, top 10, whatever you would have to do. There would be a different tiers, different list of challenges you would have to complete in order to unlock some of these characters. So that's kind of cool. You know, you're able to unlock these characters. You might not have to buy them, even though they might be able to be purchased. We don't know yet, but it's cool that you can unlock these characters by completing challenges, because that's the one thing I would look forward to. Instead of purchasing them and using real money, I really would look forward to actually working hard and playing the game to actually unlock these characters. So I'm really happy to hear that. Next up is how many players are actually going to be playing this Blackout mode all at one time. So right now, the standard right now with at least PUBG and Fortnite is 100. Blackout is going to have 80 players. So that's awesome. 80 players so far has been confirmed for the Blackout Beta that we're going to be able to get to see. I know Treyarch is working really hard to expand upon that. At least David Vonderhaar has talked about how he wants to have more. Push it up to 110, 115, 120, whatever. He wants to see more people added to this map, and I think that's going to be really cool. And I think it's going to be a great achievement to be able to do something like that. I mean, in the Call of Duty series, you've never seen that many people on one map at one time, so it'll be very interesting. 80 is already just a benchmark that you guys are already surpassing right now, and it's going to be crazy to see so many people on it. I really do hope it runs smooth. That's the one thing that I'm very nervous about. I want to see how it's going to run on this map with so many players, but I really do look forward to playing this game. But right now, if you're wanting to know how many players are going to be on this map at one given time, 80 right now is the number for the beta. Next, let's talk about health, because it's actually one thing I've been really wanting to know on how Blackout's going to do it, because PUBG and Fortnite already have their own health system. You know, they have medkits and bandages to be able to recover health, and that's been the one thing I've been really wanting to know is how is this multiplayer going to be different from those games, but also to be a little bit similar on how you'll be able to pick up and actually recover your health when you're playing this game. So they talked about how player health will start at 150 in the Blackout mode, similar to the multiplayer. In addition, there will be a few ways to increase your health during the match. So just like, Crash's ability to be able to increase your health by 50 points. I wonder if body armor is going to be included in that. I wonder if that's one thing, a way to actually increase your health in this game. But it will just be one thing to see when we're playing it. They also talked about, there's classic things like bandages, trauma kits, and king size med kits, just like in those other games, to where you can actually increase your health and get your health back. But they also included that just like Fortnite, where you only have bandages that increase your health up to 75%. 100%. They talked about how Blackout, no matter what health item you're using, you know, even if it's just the smallest amount, you can increase your health all the way to 100%. And that's one thing I really do like, because you might be in, you know, you might be in those situations where you don't have a med kit, but you have a crap load of bandages, and that's how you're able to, you know, increase your health. So I'm really happy to see Blackout's doing that way. I want to see how it works out in the multiplayer. I want to see if it makes it any different, but there you go. You'll be able to increase your health even though you might not have a med kit or anything, and be able to just use bandages all the way up. So now let's talk about perks being included in Blackout. So this is actually another thing I was really wanting to know, is that since we've been having perks in multiplayer for the longest time possible, I was wanting to know if perks were going to be included in Blackout, and we actually got some information about that. So we haven't gotten any information about if these are perks that you are picked up in the map, just like you would pick up a weapon or a gun attachment, but we did get a list of new perks that are going to be added in Blackout, as well as some of the perks that are in the multiplayer that are going to be modified for Blackout. So some of the new perks are like Paranoia. It gives you an audio alert when you are targeted by an enemy. You have Stimulant, increases max health by 100 points. So that's you know, when we were talking about health, that's one way to increase your health from 150 to 250. Outlander, you know, reducing damage from circle, increase speed while you're taking damage from the circle. So if you're one of those people, probably like me, that would get stuck outside the circle, it would be really nice to have that Outlander. You're making your hauling ass to get out of there. Another one is Looter, reveals nearby stashes and items. That would be another cool thing to have in there, especially for somebody that's trying to look for new gear, and good gear, good attachments, good weapons, and hopefully even more perks. That would be a great one to have. Another one is Iron Lungs, hold your breath longer while sniping or diving underwater. And finally, Consumer, which is reduces time taken to use items, heal, and revive teammates by 20%. Again, these are just a few of the new perks that are going to be added into Blackout, with some changes to multiplayer perks being added into Blackout. So, oh man, I don't know what it is. Besides weapons and attachments, again, perks, it's going to make this BR crazy to see what type, you know, how different this can be from PUBG and Fortnite, and I feel like Blackout mode is going to be really good. Next up, we have a list of some of the locations that are going to be included in the Blackout mode. So some of these locations are like Firing Range, Asylum, Factory, Turbine, Array, and we also have the Nuke Town Island that has the possibility of some zombies on them, which will be really cool because it's like an actual nuked location that of Nuketown, which is going to be really cool to see, and I'm really interested to see how many people are going to be dropping in it. But these are just some of the locations that are going to be in the Blackout mode. The one thing that Treyarch was doing was they were including a lot of these map locations from all different types of Black Ops games throughout the series, and including them into this one map. And the one thing I've been really wanting to know is, how is it going to feel like everything coexists with each other? Everything looks like this would be an actual you know, landmass or island or something like that, and that is the one thing I've been really wanting to know. And it's going to be really cool, you know, once next week happens, we're going to see how everything kind of flows together and goes together, and it's going to be one thing that's going to be really neat to see, with all these different maps coexisting with one another. And real quick, let's talk about the zombies, since I just mentioned them. So yes, there are different zombie locations in the Black Ops mode. You know, different parts of the map, they're going to have, you know, where these zombies infestations are at, and you can interact with them. They're all AI controlled, and they're going to be coming after you. So if you don't want to interact with these zombies, you don't want any part of them, don't go to these locations. But they've talked about, if you go to these locations, you start killing some zombies, they actually do have some rewards for actually killing them. You'll get some zombie supply stashes, and they've talked about how these will include powerful and rare items, including the ray gun as well as monkey bomb. So it's gonna be a really weird place to go to. I do wonder if, you know, monkey bombs being, you know, a zombie thing where zombies are attracted to it, I wonder if that will help you out with going to more infestation areas of the BR mode, and actually, you know, taking those maps over, or, you know, drawing those zombies to you know, an enemy location, and helping you out as, you know, trying to take out more enemies by attracting more zombies to them. So that's a very interesting way of looking at it. But yeah, so if you go to these infested areas, you can get some really good rewards. If not, you can completely avoid them. You don't have to worry about them. And the final thing that we'll talk about is actually a graphic that was added in by Game Informer, and it lets you know by the numbers how many different items, how many different things are actually in this game mode that you'll be able to see and search for throughout the map. And what they've kind of talked about is there are 3 tiers of health and armor, so you'll be able to find those things. 8 primary ammo types, there's 12 equipment items, 17 consumable perks, 17 weapon attachments, 24 different weapons, and 125 different items. I don't know what those items are. They don't really give specifics on what those 125 items are, but man, we got a lot to look forward to. This week is gonna go by so slow. I actually work on the 10th. I actually work on the very first day that the beta comes out, so I'm gonna be really bummed out. I'm gonna be watching a lot of gameplay while I'm at the fire station. But we do have a lot to look forward to, and I'm really happy that this Game Informer article has let us know about all the different things that we can, hope to see with this new game mode. Well, guys, that is it. That is everything from the Game Informer article. It's still a lot to unpack and a lot of stuff to go through, and it's a lot of stuff that's just like, man, we are going to have our hands full. We are going to have our hands full for a couple of days, for pretty much a week, playing it either on the PlayStation or, on the Xbox when you get in PC where you have a couple of days. We are definitely going to have our hands full, and a lot of playing, a lot of testing is going to be going on, and Treyarch is going to have their hands full as well with everything that, between fixes and bugs or whatever happens for these couple of days and all the fixes and all the tweaks they need to do. Everybody is going to be having their hands full of a lot of stuff to play and a lot of things to fix. So, guys, I just wanted to let you know about what stuff you get to look forward to here in the next couple of days. I look forward to seeing you all in the Black Ops when I'm streaming it, and hopefully we have a lot of fun, and hopefully we can get some really good teams together and play it, and hopefully get some wins. So, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please drop me a like. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys look forward to next week when you get to play the Blackout mode. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you all next time.